Greetings, felted in time and space! It's your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're going to be starting episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout, today. So without further ado, let's just start right away with today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Along thee! That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me! The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw! I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Why won't anyone believe me? Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright? This court finds the defendant guilty! This court is adjourned. Whew, good water. January 6th, 10:03 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So, I decided that our resolution should be... Sorry! Take on the world! What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya. I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never! You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe? Happy New Year, Detective. Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna... Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer, police, and cooperation. Yeah, me too. Alright, pal, you've got some explaining to. Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? A what? Well, here, have this. It's nothing, really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks! Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat! Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No, are you doing this on purpose? Guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced. Trounced? Let me see that! The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you! Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it, but I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in the poisoning case in December. So what do you think this is all about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, but that leaves only one possibility. No way, you don't mean... A phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of now. Yeah, so see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves? But I didn't do anything wrong! At least, not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal. Now! And that means taking the case back to court. Got it? Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? January 6th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. This is so nerve-wracking. I'm waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you? Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bride. Maggie Bride. Ah! Maggie Bride. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquitted? Oh, sure. Very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time. But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bride, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. A charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. Well, that's so bold to say. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir. And then you got into this mess straight away, huh? Right? Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Tribulations. Tribulations? Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee, and then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I'd never even seen the guy before. Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Of course! A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele. So, you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come? You tell me, Mr. Wright. Ah! That's the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. So, if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible? I don't know, but nobody, not one person, would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious. And no one else saw this other guy? No, sir. That's what everyone said. But I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men. Uh-oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece, and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess. So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc? Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. You're serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that? What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man. Well built, like the victim, really. Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey, this article's about my case. Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Ugh. Hey, Maggie, was my evil double I am here too? No, I don't remember phoning you, Maya. Oh. It would have been so cool. And you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said. Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange. Only a little? Well, okay, so you're a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. So the guy was nothing like me then! But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to intimidate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces. But it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney, so we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright? Do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat with a surge. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bride always lives to fight another day. You know, this is actually a character I was hoping to see in, the future titles, because I actually like Maggie. I thought she was she's a cool person. I was hoping to see her again, but we didn't see her in any other cases. So I'm hoping that means that maybe her life has turned around. But hey, she's got serious bad luck, so it's possible they could always bring her back for a future game. I mean, you never know. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. It's really going to pay for this. What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll fight him. We'll fight him. Don't you worry. We'll get fake Phoenix for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Tribulations is then. Right, the restaurant where the murder took place. Yes, sir. Would you go? Please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food. Oh, good lord. It's so pink. It's so pink. It's so pink. Oh, my goodness. January 6th, Tribulations. Wow, look at this place. Look, more like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to see this. Maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's someone here, we can take anything we want. Yeah, I suppose we can. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. There's something stuffed in behind the rack. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000 maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper is from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? A paper for the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I shall see if I can find out some more about this paper. Look at all the little trinkles tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bonnet china cups. I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape all around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. And why can I picture you doing just that? This table is set nicely. It just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and instead of sunflower, I don't think. Duh, even I could have told you that. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dagnabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spit out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. It's the restaurant's first entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open or closed. It must be one or the other, but I don't know which sense. I don't know Jacques about French. Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Gutson Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title? Sorry, Maggie. That paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations. Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. And maybe one of the customers left it behind? Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! That was the name that was written on the CD! Just as I thought. I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So, that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Terrain, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh? I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? January 6th, Tribulations. Oh la la, bonjour! Welcome I'm not going to try. Welcome to La Très Bien. Oh, hello. What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Horrible! Horrible! Hideous! I hate it! Bienvenue! Welcome to my petite restaurante. B Avenue? Oh no, my petite chelou. Me? Look at his face. Like a kitten rejected by his own mother. You are fatigued, non? Hello, you do this. And a romantic bath oil melange of La Neroli and La Rose. My personal recommendation. You think I need what? Oui, just add a couple of drops of this tincture to la bathwater and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. Simply fantastique. Really? And for la monsieur? Who, me? Look at that face, like a puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, non? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot, and maybe a hint of oui. I would add la peppermint and la clary sage for a fragrance exceptionnel. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Hello, if you will be seated, I will bring you a special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat, we're lawyers. My bien sûr, I know this already, monsieur. You are La Phoenix Wright, non? Yes, you know me? My, oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess guess he was cross-examined by a mysterious fake phoenix. It looks like everyone with this case knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impression fake phoenix has been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong, enchanté. So what does très bien mean? I know très, that means 3, right? No, très bien is Francois. In English, you would say very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactamente. La atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. Is the food so good? Why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for la moment. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, poor moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am la chef. I am la manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner de aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So could you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien. It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So, it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the morning. A man who was in here for coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee, that is la truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his pity to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie says there was someone else, but... I see. La police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? So who is this old man that you mentioned? At the time of la murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? My oui. As usual, he came alone that day. At the time of la murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears there were 2 people. Mademoiselle, la lawyer, he could not prove this, no? About the lawyer, that was me, I suppose. Bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up? Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was a suspect in the murder investigation, no? Oh, you know about that? That is why I gave to her the perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, and it's from Bergamo, like I had given to you before. But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time. This is true, the natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Let's admit it, your perfume doesn't work. I'm not surprised she was left by suspect. Something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggie did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info. Sat! When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still being indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive. Oui, it is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Ah, crap. Cyclops? No way. What are we going to do, Nick? We're going to have to remove... What the... What's wrong? The Magatama, it's gone! Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. What? But I could see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby? Mr. Armstrong, can I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting. Was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you will have to ask him yourself. Huh? Him? The old man spends all of his time down the park. La Park? Oh, a park. What park's that? Behind the restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square. Thank you. Je vous en prie, my dear. Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. I hate trying to, talk, figure out how to talk, like him. I hate it. I hate this character. January 6th, Vitamin Square. So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruit screams vitamins at you. Hey, Nick, that's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Oh, no, this guy. My grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. There's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue picking up something someone else threw away? Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job? That's none of your business! Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then. I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back! Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Hey! That's mine! Mademoiselle! Yes, are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see, your style is on the floor, but you have a good taste. Different? Felicitations, you are fast, I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick! Help! I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. January 6th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. January 6th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's going to find her innocent? No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. Dumpster's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. Your trial's been approved. Court sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Bo's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh, him. Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again, yes, I'll make sure you get locked up good for it. Got it? So the guilty party was Maggie Bright, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? I was just her... It wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training, but that was it. Nothing happened. I'm sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Her big old gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie. I don't like her or anything. I was... Ah! Not the self-gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You've got to keep it a secret, oh, got it? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn Elg, he was a computer programmer. I see, a programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claims to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef, said it was his first time he'd seen the guy, a programmer, and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought, but a motive was still somehow established at a trial. You're kidding! What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in here already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bride's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know? So what do you think really happened? Just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. But our guys turned the place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table? Not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal? But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come think of it, the owner of Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. What's that, a sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulations. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. Take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. Ah, it's no good. I can't remember. And he goes back to being Gumshoe we all know and love. Hey, pal, I'm going to borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. Chef of Tribulations, huh? You know what the chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Huh? You can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Tribulations? It's, kind of hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kind of unimportant, gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Tribulations and investigate the place yourself. If you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef and Tribulations and report back to Gumshoe. January 6th, Tribulations. The Santa Flower sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Oh, hello. Who was that just now? A customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her. Ah! Welcome! The Avenue! Wow, what a cute voice. Oh, it's just you, Nick. But Maya! Well, how do I look? Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. And who was that woman I just saw? Oh, since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I am kind of hungry, actually. So, how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I could do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice-looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget about the ultra-cute waitress. Check out my Gimme a Tip smile. Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. How much is it? It's a twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. The twin tea set, I believe? I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive. What? But you can't! Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register. How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe later. About the lunch. Oh, a fine choice, sir. No, Kitchen, a lunch special, please. With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. Maya's really getting into this. But how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? But with the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45! Hey, wait a sec! Maya! Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe fortify lunch set. Whoa! A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit! Thanks. Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already. Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes. Well, are you hungry, Maya? I'm starving. Here, it's yours. Really? Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you'd better polish off that plate. I just remembered, I've got to clean the toilets. Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. So it's bad. It tastes horrible. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey, Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen? The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all of the chef's greatest secrets? In the kitchen? That sounds tasty. Hey, wait up! Maya! What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. Weren't you going to show me around? There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face. I'd better conduct a search in the kitchen myself. Number 6, Tribulations Kitchen. And here it is, the famous Tribulations Kitchen. This is my first time in here too, actually. There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop! Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that? Isn't that used to Chinese food? Ah! Look! Right there on the counter! My Magatama! What's it doing there? What indeed? Magatama put it in his pocket. Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? It looks like a collection of poems he's written. Poems? Cool. Read one out. And say it in your best French accent with intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. See two of them like actors from a film. See coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothing's over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. See foolish cocktail so delicious. Takes the last sip of tea and I know what I must do. I must lie to you. I must. Huh? That's it? Yep, that's a poem for you. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow! Look at all these little bottles! Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label, either. And it doesn't smell. Well, so what's that liquid inside, then, I wonder? Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? January 6th, Vitamin Square. The old guy's not here anymore. Drat, and I still have some unanswered questions for him. A scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. Hey! What'd you think you was doing with my bike? Oh god, this guy. No! I was just... You've been messing with my new ride? Is that what you've been doing? The new ride? Isn't that kind of an old model? Ah! You guy gonna pay for this! It wasn't me. I was just passing by. Hey, who's the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? Who's gonna pay? You catch my drift? No, wait a sec. I'm not a pigeon. A wise guy, eh? I ought to beat you so hard it'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What'd you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you a wise guy too, huh? Because I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. What? Out of my way, I got a cruise. He's gone. Truly that guy wasn't my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me! Guess I better make a note of the scooter. Pathetic! Oh, it's you. A few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got seeds in his eyes. Have you been here the whole time, then? I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do. More like you had some cowering to do. Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you? Yes! I just want to ask you a couple of questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds? Eh, pigeons? You're really chucking those seeds at them. That's got to hurt. Go on! Eat this! Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Wright? I don't know any Maggie Wright. Yes, you do. You know, the waitress at Tribulations. You ask me, it's a disgrace. That's what it is. An innocent young girl revealing herself like that. You don't like that kind of thing, then. What are you trying to say about me, boy? Explain yourself. Nothing. I'm not saying anything about you. I know your kind. You young ones with your spiky hair and your fancy suit. The head of yours is overflowing with filthy ideas. I know someone who needs to learn some stress management. Get out of here, you brat! You go to Tribulations a lot? That miserable excuse for a restaurant? That garbage they serve in there is not food. Where's the sushi? The tempura? The rice? Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir. Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. What about those shameless girls? You mean the waitresses? You can see all the way up there. There. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. This is disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Listen, it's not my restaurant. It's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable! He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Ha ha! Take that! What? I knew it. This old guy has got something to hide, but what could it be? January 6th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, you're just in time! What is it, Mr. Gumshoe? The lab got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. You must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn L. No doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with her to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal? Because when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell, huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look like it's the same. Wouldn't you agree? A clone bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. I had a hunch there was something funny about that, Chef. You suspect John Armstrong? I got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Tribulations, pal? Yes. So how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is that he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. $500,000?! Are we talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Tribune regular. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much? Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat! To eat? Is that the whole truth? What do you mean? I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all. You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got? I can tell you that not you nor anyone else in the world will go to that place for its food. Take that! The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu. That's the twin teeth set! The food at Tribulations is terrible and expensive. You're wrong. It's cheap. Huh? I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a job of work since I was born. Other than feeding pigeons. What a load of crock. The taste's another story, but the price is nothing to me. So you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn? Exactly! I have so much cash I go for a swim in my money vault every day. Unfortunately, that's a lie. What? You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. Take that! This is yours, right? My magazine! Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job? I was... so what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money. Oh? I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the Javachino. Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there? $8. Those had better be some golden beans! What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it? No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great. No, it's not, but anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day. Newspapers? Exactly, they don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there. I'm sorry, sir, but there are no free papers to read at Tribulations. Take a look at this. What is it? It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribulations. So, what of it? This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago. What? Do you see what I am getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth? I'm not hiding anything! I'm going to have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go to so much to Tribulations is... What are you asking me about that girl for? She was the waitress at Tribulations. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress! But I don't recognize that face! And you are probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit! That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform! That uniform is all you can think about, isn't it? I can't take it. To you, that waitress was your... Enough! Please! No more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even get one of those lousy cups of Javachino for every time. For $8! All because of the servant girl. Punish me! Lock me up! Really, that's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You know how painful it is to be an old man like me. No, really, listen, sir. Stop calling me that! I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo. So sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony, one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his Cyclops and everything. I guess I'll have to try and get him when he's in a better mood. Oh, is that old man? Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes. Ooh, ouch! Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh, me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess? Sir? You again? Well, I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay, I think it's going pretty well. Huh? You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright? But play on the slide? Ah! We were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled. Pigeon. How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir. Quiet! Can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? Mia! Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you. Yes. Of course! Certainly! I'm Victor Kudo! Even from beyond the grave. Wow. Ooh. Give me a minute. My foot's itching. There we go. About the incident. You mean the man who died after drinking the cappuccino? It's like he's a different person. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the cappuccino over to him, you see? And was the customer alone? Definitely! He was the only person at the table. And he took one sip of his cappuccino and he said something like, "Ah!" and then collapsed, dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. It looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Do you like the food at Tribulations? Well, of course! I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Oh yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you? Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. The man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh no, those eyes! I can't take this! He has really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear. Are you sure about this? Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my cappuccino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Convicted before a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. Victor Kudo. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy, he can do enough for me. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I could do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. January 6th, Tribulations. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya! No, how can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a cycle across to you, didn't he? I'm going to have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteer! Of course!
Take that!
Maggie's motive. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Hello, I'm gonna confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket for $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after last incident, the ticket, it disappeared. The ticket disappeared. This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned them and to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? My lord, you've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me, and I want to know the reason why. Non, monsieur, you doubt me? I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you. Ah! Wow, that is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. My, pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. I am not Master Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. What is this, a poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong. Would you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu! Le mensonge! You're a liar! You liar? Do not make la false accusation, s'il vous plaît. Do you have any proof? I want to see la incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama, and I found it in your kitchen. Non! Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. Oui, I have a weakness for little trinkets and figurines. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. Stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is la truth. I'm just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, it's time. It's time. It was not a small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. I don't. Why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash?
Take that!
This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Ah! Ah! Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to la radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news thing. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? Oui, he had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No! Oh, no, you naughty man. I simply helped himself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed, and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. I did not take it. A ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. My feel. It was not. That's enough. Huh? Ah! Mr. Godot! What in the heck are you doing here? This is without a doubt the worst coffee I ever have tasted, Mr. Armstrong. You came in here for coffee? Does this craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am not airhead, none. It's a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without mean looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed. What did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila! You two, time to laugh at the pretty little airhead! Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway, we can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. Whew. And with that, we shall call the live stream to a close. So, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the live stream, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out Mother-Noroi Twitch channel by clicking the link in the description below. To achieve a dream, be my God, I believe you can share too. You're always supported. And of course, don't forget to click that little bell button which will notify whenever I upload a video or live stream to my channel. And most importantly, if you wish to see a live stream done, you can do so checking out my playlist section. All my videos are there, archived for your review entertainment, so you can watch Let's Plays like the beginning of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, Batman Arkham Knight, and many, many more. Thank you all for watching, and as always, it's your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along, Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!